After hours in the air, my right leg was acting up again, stiff and unresponsive. That old injury always flared up when I put weight on it, a throbbing reminder of things best left forgotten. The moment I unlocked my phone, the screen showed my Uber had arrived. I hung up and pulled open the door of the black sedan. The vehicle sat higher off the ground than I expected, and as I lifted my leg, a sharp prick of pain shot through me again. I gritted my teeth and slid onto the seat. But the exact second the door clicked shut, a cold realization hit me. Something was wrong. This wasn't an Uber. Rodwell Street, I said, sliding my phone into my bag without looking up. The driver didn't answer. Frowning, I raised my eyes. Are you? The words died in my throat. He turned his face slightly toward the back. In that split second, the air left my lungs. That face. The face I had kissed 10,000 times. Then, I heard his voice, a low murmur. Freya? The world ground to a sudden, screeching halt. Driven by pure survival instinct, I scrambled for the door handle. Sorry, I'm in the wrong car. I shoved the door open, but the moment my foot slammed onto the asphalt, my right leg gave out entirely. I didn't just step out. I practically collapsed out of the vehicle. My knees crashed hard onto the pavement. Behind me, his voice cut through the noise. Freya. The moment that syllable dropped, my entire body froze into ice. I didn't turn around. I pressed both palms against the concrete, my fingertips turning numb with cold. Then, and only then, did I force myself to crawl forward. Each step was short, frantic. I didn't look back. Not even once. I walked into the office to the usual low hum of a workday in full swing. A while later, Emily leaned over again. I heard they're bringing in a new director, she pouted, clearly annoyed. I really thought they'd bump you up. Are you kidding? I've only been here a year. Before she could finish, the HR director led someone into the room. Can I have everyone's attention for a few minutes? When I saw the figure standing beside him, the pen I was holding slipped through my fingers and clattered onto the desk. Harvey Tamer. He scanned the room until his gaze locked onto mine. I looked down in a panic, but I could still feel his icy stare lingering on me for several agonizing seconds. This is your new director, Harvey Tamer. He comes to us with an incredible track record in sales and management. We're lucky to have poached him. The door to the director's office swung open. Harvey stepped out, his eyes landing directly on my desk. Freya. My office. Now. I'd been in the director's office 1,000 times, but this time, I had to steady my breathing for a full minute before I finally knocked. Come in. Mr. Tamer, here is the latest client feedback. I set the file on his desk, carefully avoiding his gaze. Freya, he finally said, I didn't expect to find you here. 2 years, you've changed. I forced myself to meet his eyes. You achieved your dreams too, Mr. Tamer. Congratulations. A slow, ghost of a smile touched his lips, though it looked more like a smirk. I recall you hating sales as a career choice. I gave him a thin, distant smile. Maybe I just hated one particular salesman. He nodded, seemingly unfazed. Fair enough. At least having you here will make the transition easier. After all, we know each other so well. I took one long, steadying breath and pulled a single sheet of paper from the folder, slapping it onto his desk. Don't count on it, I said. I'm resigning. Effective immediately. He paused for a second, a single eyebrow arching. Oh, I just got here and you're already quitting? Give me a reason. Don't ask. It's personal. Personal reasons? He started toward me. one slow step at a time. He picked up my resignation letter from the desk, scanned it briefly, and then leveled his gaze back at mine. This isn't rational. He picked up a folder from the desk and flipped through the pages. Your numbers are excellent. You're ranked first in the entire department. He set the folder down and looked at me. Why? Performance and resignation aren't mutually exclusive, I shot back with a cold laugh. He nodded. Fair point. A move like this, it's very you. So what if I am? I countered harshly. Sign the paper and you won't have to deal with an impulsive, childish subordinate anymore. A ghost of a smirk played on his lips. Not a bad idea, and I want my commissions settled immediately. Commissions? The teasing tone vanished. The company has a process. I'm not sure where you are in the pipeline yet, but sales payouts are always delayed. Based on my experience, you won't see that money anytime soon. Then check. I'll handle it when I get around to it. I want it handled now. I have my own schedule, Freya. I just started. I'm going to be buried for the first few days. Don't always resort to extremes to solve your problems. My heart constricted. Is that really how you see me? Am I wrong? Finally, I found my voice. It was flat and cold. Fine. I'll take it up with accounting. I won't bother you with it. His gaze drifted from my face down to my legs. Your knee. How is it? Before I could answer, he crouched down, reaching out to hitch up the hem of my pencil skirt. Stop! My whole body went rigid, my voice trembling. Don't touch me. His hand froze in midair, then slowly retracted. Stay away from me, I hissed. Or are you not worried about a sexual harassment suit? He stood up, his expression unreadable. He dragged a chair over, planting it right in front of me. Leg up. His voice was a sub-zero command. In your dreams, I whispered, the words barely audible. I'm not going to say it a second time. I hesitated for a beat before slowly lifting my leg and resting it on the chair. I gripped the edge of the desk, fighting to stay upright. He pointed at my knee. Pull the skirt up, or I'll do it for you. I glared at him, but eventually, I gripped the side of the fabric and pulled it up just enough to expose the bruised knee. He leaned in to inspect it. Seen enough? I asked coldly. His body stiffened. He straightened up. Walking back to his desk, he sat down, slipping back into his director persona. You've really decided to leave? He grabbed the pen and lowered it. The nib was on the verge of touching the paper when he suddenly stopped. There's no chance of you staying? None. You're sure? Positive. The pen descended, carving a graceful line across the paper. Then, he slid the sheet back toward me. There you go. I picked it up, and the blood rushed to my head in a blinding heat. Written across the page was, denied. You bastard. He just capped his pen with agonizing slowness and looked up, indifferent. I have a responsibility to maintain the stability of my sales force. Please try to understand. I crumpled the resignation letter into a ball and turned to go.